All right, FightHype.com. Pleasure to be joined with one of the all-time light heavyweights in the sport's history, my man, the Magic Man, Antonio Tarver. Antonio, we talked a little Crawford Spence earlier. What do you think about that Canelo-Jermell Charlo fight? What chances do you give Jermell Charlo going 14 pounds up and getting the job done?
You know, fighters have done it before, but it's hard. It's real, very, very, very hard. And he's fighting a guy like Canelo, who's noted for his power. You know, Charlo's going to have a lot of activity in that fight. I think activity gives him the best chance to win. He got to be active. Let his punches go. You know what I mean? You know, Canelo's a old pro now. He want to do things in a timely manner. You know, organized. He want to fight with control. So you want to kind of, you know, get him in a fisticuff. You feel me? Get him out, you know, make him box faster than he wants to. That's the worst thing you can do to an old fighter. You feel me? Make him fight fast. That's going to have to be one of his strategies. I don't want to get a game plan away. I can easily do that and tell a fighter what he need to do to win, but I don't want to get that in depth with it because I still have Tarver's take, where you get the most informative breakdown and recaps in the game. So I'm going to save a little bit of that for that, but yeah, you think Canelo with the power. Charlo don't want to be getting hit by that type of power, some type of power he's never felt before. I think the last thing goes is a fighter punching power. And Canelo is one of the best punchers in the business, you know that. You know, you don't want to take a shot from him. So I think Charlo's going to have to be in dog shape. And he's going to have to get on his best boxing game. I think he boxes him. Win rounds, put him in a desperate position where he needs a knockout to win. You know, and then a knockout might come. You know what I mean? With a guy getting desperate. With Canelo, it all depends on which Canelo shows up.
What if it's the guy from the last 3 fights?
He's slowed down a lot. He's focused more on his power because the speed and the combination punches is just not there like it used to be. If he can get back to that, see again, I'm doing his trainer's work right now. I'm giving him the blueprint. I'm telling him the secret to success and the secret to really revitalizing his boxing fans again. Get back to the boxing, bruh. You were slick with that shit. Let your hands go. Combination punch. Take the power off. You already a power puncher. Now, I don't get paid for giving him the whole blueprint or to the game, bruh. Like, this is what I'm noted for, having the answers.
Can you relate though? Like, did you fall in love with your left hand? Like, did you fall in love with your
Can I
power
relate?
too? And yeah.
Hold on, I've had years of experience from the amateurs to the pros.
I just mean in terms of falling in love with your power.
I can relate to anything going on in a boxing ring because I've done it and been there.
Yes, sir.
I know that shit. I can look at it and tell you what's going to happen before it happened because I have that type of connection with the game and the ring. It's been my home for as long as I can remember. I got all my work done there, all my business in the boxing ring since I was 10 years old. And I kind of label myself as a pretty smart guy, an intelligent guy when it comes to boxing. You know, yeah, I know this game. I know these guys' psyche, bruh. I know these fighters' psyche because I've been there. I'm a fighter myself. I'm also a hell of a trainer. You feel me? This shit like the cheat code over here, bruh. Training fighters, giving them the blueprint, showing them what they have to do, and not only showing them, but teaching them how to do it. It's a cheat code when it comes down to boxing.
Does it?
What type of trainer you want in your corner? One that can prepare you for whatever it is to come? I don't know what they waiting on, bruh. I'm available, but I ain't begging. But the first fighter that really puts winning first over everything else, he gonna know the trainer that he's gonna need. Somebody that can show him and tell him, demonstrate, teach.
What coach do you think you would be like? Like, everyone loves Eddie Futch from the past. What kind of coach do you think?
Emmanuel Stewart, the most renowned trainer in the game. Emmanuel Stewart is one that I would be mostly like And Emmanuel didn't even get in there and box. Emmanuel ain't never did it like this. You feel me? But he had some big moments in fighters' corners. But he had an understanding of the game like none other. And when you've been trained by 3 of the greatest trainers in the game, I only had 3 trainers. Jimmy Williams, Buddy McGirt, and Orlando Cuellar. Look them up. And we've had those type of trainers, bro. You know this game.
Do you think Reynoso's a great trainer?
Who?
Hey, Reynoso, Canelo's trainer?
I mean, I got to look at these guys, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to look at these guys and put them under the microscope. If he was let me just say this. If he was a great trainer, Canelo would be doing the right shit in practice. You know, I saw a video of Canelo leaning on the ropes. You know, he probably was just practicing defense. But that ain't where you want to see Canelo at, on the ropes. If I was his trainer, I would have told him to get the fight back in the middle of the ring. I'm not going to let you sit here and be on the ropes. See, I'm not going to let my fighter train wrong. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to make sure he do everything right. Or it's going to be a lesson if he don't.
What about in the other corner? What's your thoughts on Derek James, the coach?
He's a trainer of the year. He's a trainer of the year. He has all the champions over there. So if he's the best trainer in the game, his fighter should be the favorite in this fight.
He's a slight underdog.
His fighter should be the favorite. This fight shouldn't even be close. This fight shouldn't even be close. If he gonna have his man that ready and ready to do whatever. I mean, everything he has to do in the ring, ready to do whatever. Change game plans midway, make adjustments, counter punch, box, be aggressive. Everything you might have to do. You know?
What do you think of kind of the philosophy? It kind of seems like, and just Derek's philosophy of just fundamentals, being super fundamentally sound. And I know he's doing tricky stuff.
You gotta be super fundamentally sound.
But do you feel like, what about the special effects?
You gotta be cagey too. You gotta be cagey. You gotta be very slick. You feel me? You gotta be unpredictable. See? You gotta be unpredictable as a fighter.
Is Crawford more unpredictable than Spence?
Yeah, Crawford is unpredictable. He can do more things. I already said that. He's shown us he can do more things. But guess what? Crawford does one thing better than anybody. Apply that fucking pressure.
Oh, you mean Spence, you mean?
Spence do that better than anybody. Apply that pressure. He does that better than anybody in the world. But is that the game plan to beat Crawford though? I don't know. The best game plan might be for him to box. That might give him the best chance to win. But have they thought about that? Is that a thought process or something? I don't know. I can't speak for them. But as a trainer, you want to think 360 all the way around. Cover all the bases.
Plan A, B, C, D.
Cover all the bases, cross all the T's and dot all the I's. And expect everything. You know what I mean? But he has a chance to prove that he's the best trainer in the game today by the way Spence performs.
And Charlo against Canelo.
No, and by Spence right now.
Right.
Because it's one fight at a time.
Right, yes, sir.
One fight at a time. Right now, Spence and Crawford, he can prove that he's the best trainer in the world that night. Because depending on how Spence look and how Spence go about operating in that fight, making things look easier than they are. See, with me, I always made the tough fights easy. How many fighters have a knack of doing that? Making the toughest fights easy. The toughest fights on paper, the easiest one.
Only the great ones. The
Results. Right. See? Tough fight like this, if one of these fighters are truly on another level, they'll make it look like the easiest fight of their career. By just being sharp.
Is that what you want to see, some separation?
Separation from the greats. Yeah. Hey, that's it. That's what we need to see. Some separation from the greats.
Thank you,
All right,
Antonio.
my man.